Overpopulation is the biggest concern today. The Earth has limited resources to sustain human population. The rate at which the population is increasing, we are heading fast towards a prospective disaster. Nature is giving us repeated warnings. Most economic and environmental problems are directly or indirectly related to increasing human population. Birth control is the only solution to check this population explosion. Birth control refers to methods of restricting the number of children by various methods that either prevent fertilization or control fertility. For the sake of convenience, birth control methods can be grouped under four main categories: natural methods, barrier methods, chemical methods, and surgical methods. Let's learn about these methods in detail. Birth control measures that depend on natural rhythmic changes during female reproductive cycle are called natural methods. With your knowledge of female reproductive cycle, can you guess the days of female reproductive cycle when fertilization is more likely? Chance of conception is higher just before and after ovulation. Periodic abstinence is a natural method that involves abstaining from sexual activity during the fertile period. This period is roughly 3 days before and 3 days after the ovulation. The effectiveness of this method is poor because of lack of knowledge of physiological changes and irregularity of female reproductive cycle. Barrier methods use a physical barrier to prevent sperm reaching the egg, thereby preventing fertilization. Commonly used barrier methods are male condom, vaginal pouches or female condoms, diaphragms, and cervical caps. Male condoms are non-porous, rubber or latex sheaths placed over the penis to prevent the deposition of sperms in the vaginal tract. Vaginal pouch, sometimes also called as female condom, is designed to prevent entry of sperms in the uterus. Male condoms and vaginal pouch also provide protection against sexually transmitted diseases. A diaphragm is a rubber, dome-shaped structure that fits over the cervix. It is used also with spermicidal gels to kill sperms. A cervical cap resembles a diaphragm but is smaller and more rigid. It is also used with spermicidal creams. Apart from these, some intrauterine devices or IUDs are also used as effective barriers. These are irregularly shaped objects that block sperm entry into the uterine tubes and also prevent implantation. Copper T is one of the most commonly used IUDs. Diaphragms, cervical caps, and IUDs must be fitted by a trained healthcare professional. Chemical methods can further be of two types. One that involves use of spermicidal chemicals and the other involves use of birth control pills or the oral contraceptives. Spermicides are chemicals in the form of gels, foams and creams applied in the vaginal and cervix region to kill the sperms. The use of spermicide is more effective when it is used with barriers such as condoms, vaginal pouches, diaphragms and cervical caps. Some IUDs also provide spermicidal effect. For example, copper ions released from the copper T affect sperm motility. Birth control pills are hormonal preparations designed to prevent pregnancy. Can you recall the names of hormones that play an important role in female reproductive cycle? Estrogen, progesterone, luteinizing hormone or LH, and follicle stimulating hormone or FSH play an important role in female reproductive cycle. Birth control pills contain synthetic estrogen or progesterone or a combination of both. Primary action of oral contraceptive pills is to inhibit ovulation. Hormonal contraceptives are also available in the form of non-oral preparations such as skin patches, injections, implants, and vaginal rings. Emergency contraceptive pills or morning-after pills also work on similar principle to prevent unwanted pregnancy. These pills prevent implantation. Surgical methods are permanent methods of contraception. This method is also called sterilization, as it makes an individual incapable of further reproduction. Surgical methods are vasectomy in males and tubectomy in females. Do you think sterilization prevents gamete formation? Sterilization methods do not prevent formation of sperms and eggs. Vasectomy, as the name indicates, is the process of cutting or clamping the vas deferens. A short segment of each vas deferens in the male is cut and the open ends are tied up. This prevents sperms produced in the testes from reaching the urethra, thereby preventing pregnancy. In tubectomy, a short segment of each oviduct or fallopian tube is cut and the open ends are tied up. This prevents the egg from reaching the uterus. It also prevents sperms from reaching the egg, thereby preventing fertilization. Abortion or medical termination of pregnancy, MTP, is premature expulsion of the embryo. Pregnancy termination performed in first trimester is safer than in second trimester since it has fewer complications. Although not a birth control measure, this is sometimes used as a last resort to terminate unwanted pregnancy.